Good morning. How's everybody going? I finished out with my yogurt experience yesterday. I was actually really nervous. I was so afraid that my artificial sweeteners were going to get in the way, or that, I would just eat too much meat at the same time. My digestion might get clogged. There's all sorts of, I get to be a nervous Nelly whenever I'm trying something different. And this has been a little bit new for me as well, although I have got a lot of experience doing different types of fasting and stuff in the past. I've just never tried to like stack it like this in order to arrange it specifically for ongoing weight loss. It's always been like a short-term thing for me. I always gain the weight back. I never really saw the point of it, but I've studied fasting a lot, and I've studied people talking about it a lot. They've always said you need to break it as slowly as possible. So this is the first time I've ever actually done exactly this with fasting, although I have done a pretty good job losing weight before, but it was usually just like incredibly exercise based. I mean, I was just working out in the morning, doing yoga in the evening. I was, then I'd go out and do cardio again that night, and I was basically not working, so I was really able to just focus on portion controls. This is completely different. I'm trying to work around my normal life. I own a business. I run an irrigation company. I can't be low energy like that ever at work, and I work sometimes 6-7 days a week. So yeah, I had work yesterday. I have work today. A water fast is out of the question, but I am doing the cream fast today. Now the yogurt fast was actually quite successful. I started out today 2 pounds lighter, 2 pounds lighter than I did the day after my regular chicken broth day. So to me, again, that is pointing so many red flags at regular chicken. I really did appreciate my $4.99 Costco rotisserie chicken deal, and I might never be able to have that again. I am definitely going to keep going on with the organic chicken test. I've heard rumors before that it can really, really make a difference. You think you're eating, healthy chicken, but when it's got all that processing, all the additional antibiotics and stuff, because they said that they didn't use any kind of growth hormones, they just used regular selection. I looked up in Costco, they said sometimes they might inject it with like a sodium brine that could make a difference, but I added salt to my organic broth as well, so it's just not looking very good for Costco chicken right now, or any antibiotic free chicken. Anyhow, moving forward, today is a fat fast. So I've never done this one before. I get 12 ounces, however I like, of heavy cream. I could have done this with 1,200 calories worth of MCT oil or olive oil. I might actually try those in the future, but I felt like cream was just a little bit easier. Also, I want to see if I can have ice cream. I have a special recipe all ready to go. It's a lot more simple. It's got eggs and meringue and different kinds of collagen mixed into it with high flavonoid chocolate. And I just really, really, really want to know if I can add ice cream to my safe food list, because as of yesterday, I have really good safe food list. I know I can do the Oikos 000 yogurt. I practically didn't gain any weight at all yesterday during the day. I know that I can have the organic chicken. I was having that all day yesterday. And I know I can have eggs. And those are actually even just regular eggs. So I'm narrowing down exactly where I need to spend the money, where I can save the money, what makes me tick, what is making me gain weight, lose weight, keep energy, lose energy, and all that. It's actually been a wonderful experience, and outside of the fact that, yeah, I still feel like I'm on a diet, I still feel like I have to tell myself no to different things. It's because of the style of diet it is, it's not really as much of a no, it's as much of it's a not now. Not today, we'll get to that kind of thing. And so I'm trying to kind of beef up different things so that, like, let's say I want ice cream. I know what safe ice cream I can have. I know what else to eat it with that day. I know what portion I can have and still have a successful weight loss day. Now, a lot of people say that's too much trouble. I personally think being a heavier version of myself is much more trouble than thinking about what I'm going to eat. And when I have built up self-control from doing the fasts and the nodes and stuff, and I focus on my gratitude, and I focus on my stress levels and being able to calm down my nerves, I feel like it is actually just so much more beneficial to do that. To me, it's just an extra little step, is just focusing on what I put into my body so that I can give myself the greatest output back, and the world the greatest output back. You know, I'm sitting here in front of a picture of my son back there, you know, and he just graduated high school, just trying to just set a good example for these kids, you know, so that they can live prosperously, so that when they take on my company, they're not stressed out and unable to manage their weight. I've been doing this for 18 years, doing landscaping, irrigation, rainwater harvesting. I worked for Tucson Water. I've done all sorts of things that have been very active over the last, you know, well, pretty much my entire life. Before that, I was an EMT, lifting up gurneys and stuff. And I can tell you right now that it's not your level of activity that is going to make you lose weight. I have worked 7 days a week. I have worked 12-hour days. I have worked so many physical jobs, and people constantly telling me, "Oh, you're just in shape because of your job, right?" Oh, no, sirs and ma'ams, that is not the truth. I have weighed 230 pounds while doing my job. And right now I weigh 150, so almost 100 pounds more than this while doing my job 6-7 days a week, 10-12 hours a day. And so I can personally attest to the fact that it's just actually much easier to do my job when I focus on staying fit. Another thing about me that's interesting, I have to stay fit. It's not really exactly a choice of mine. I have spinal deformities in my upper and my lower back, and actually if I stop working out or I gain too much weight, I actually lose so much mobility that I can't actually functionally use my arms or my legs. I get to the point where I can't really get out of bed. I get to the point where my left leg stops working. I get to the point where I can't turn around and take care of myself in a bathroom. So I suppose you could say, you know, I just want to make things clear. I'm not trying to shame any type of body. I am trying to make sure that I maintain a certain body in myself, but my main motivation is so that I don't end up bedridden with my dysfunctional spine and stuff. So I suppose you could say I don't exactly have a choice but to follow some kind of method, and that is pretty motivating. So I'm not sure what everybody else's motivation is, but that's definitely mine. So anyhow, going on today, I'm getting ready to go for my walk. I think because I only get 12 ounces of cream today, that is making me so nervous that it's just going to activate hunger in me all day long, and I'm just going to be uncomfortable. But I'm really going to focus on that parasympathetic reset. I'm just going to remind myself over and over again that I'm eating like 120 calories worth of fat, or grams of fat today, and that I'm actually quite fine. I will be moving. I've got my lamb leg in the brine, had it in there since yesterday, so I'll also be roasting that up and getting ready to do some pretty good, just pretty straight keto days to break out of this. Essentially, what I'm trying to do is get the effects of a water fast without the water fast. So we'll see how that goes. Check me in the next video. We'll see what happens. Cheers.